Hey there, buddy.
Oh, hey.
Well, so what'd you think? How'd you like it?
Fan-fucking-tastic, dude. I didn't even know that they had music from this era on 8-track. It blew my mind, honestly.
I mean, music works in mysterious ways, right? It comes to you at the right time in the way it's supposed to come to you. If it's supposed to be an 8-track, hey, God delivers an 8-track right to your fingertips.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Well, I'll tell you what. I got something else I think you need to listen to.
Oh?
Yeah. You like dogs?
I do like dogs.
You like problems?
I'm not as
Doesn't
big on...
matter. Forget about it. I've got an album called Dog Problems by The Format. You ever listen to this one?
No, I don't think I have.
Well, I'll tell you what, buddy. It's time to listen to it. I've got it right here. It's been pre-played. I'm not going to lie to you. This one's not brand new, but it's hard to get your hands on. It's a laser disc of Dog Problems by The Format. You got a laser disc player on you?
No, but that does sound like something that a band formed by the guy who went on to be in the band Fun would make.
Listen, they're called The Format. You know why? Because they put it on every fucking format, buddy. Like, they don't miss a beat here. This is just the one I happen to get. But you know what? This guy over here, you see this guy? The guy with the pink hair right there?
Yeah.
He is a Laserdisc fanatic. He never goes anywhere without one. I see him in here all the time. Every time we get a new Laserdisc, he pops. It's like, you remember Discman, Walkman? He's got a Laserdisc, man.
Oh my God.
And guess what? He's got an earphone splitter. You step outside with him for a couple minutes. Listen to this album. Just take it over. Go talk to him.
All right. I'm going to see if he's got Dragon's Lair. I'm hyped now.
Yeah, that gabagool over there, I'm telling you, that one, they are a real spicy meatball. Go listen to the album. See what you think.
All right. I'll see ya. Hey, excuse me.
Yeah?
Hi, I'm Shmeev. I'm, I guess, new here, sort of.
Hey, boy. Spit it out. What do you want?
Look, I'm sorry, man. The guy over at the desk there, he's been sending me on a bit of a musical journey here, and he says he handed me this laser disc of an album and said, "You're the laser disc guy."
Yeah, I am. Can I see that for a minute there?
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Oh, that's nice. Where'd you?
Yeah,
he just handed this to you.
He just handed it to me to listen to. He's being a little weird about it.
That's a mighty fine, rare piece you got there.
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of it before. The Format Dog Problems.
Oh yeah. Printed only a couple times.
I'm a dog guy.
On
not
a special occasion.
Guy.
That's great. Me too.
All right.
You looking for a way to play this here, Laserdisc?
I mean, he said you're the guy. You got the laser disc man and the headphone splitter.
I sure do.
I don't have much else going on right now until I figure out what all this is, the situation that I'm in. So I mean, I'm down to do a little listen.
You wanna step out back real quick? You wanna split a soda? You wanna listen to this here Laserdisc?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Let's put it on, man.
Okay, hold on. We both gotta hold it. It's real heavy. It's a real heavy machine.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Do we have to hold this for the whole listen? Can we set it down?
No, it only plays in the air. That's how they made them.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Shmeev Burger in Paradise Bar and Grill Resort and Rehabilitation Relocation Center for Wayward Juggalos. I am, as I ever have been, your host, Shmeev. And, I'm sure you listened to the last one. You listened to all of these. You look forward to them every year because I'm always bringing the fucking heat, and you want to hear what I'm coming up with. And as you know from last week, I'm not coming up with anything. I've got people bringing shit to me to listen to. And as you may have guessed, it's the same crew as last time. So let's all welcome in this week's guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. My name is Blade Brown. I am here at the Shmeev Burger in Paradise Bar and Grill Resort.
Hell yeah. Welcome back. Good to have you, as always.
good to see you. Good to be doing this. I'm
Yeah.
happy we get to do it again this year.
It's great. I wasn't even thinking about it until Eric brought it up.
Yeah, I kind of forgot we were getting very close.
Like, I thought about it every so often, and I was like, I don't know, maybe. And then he brings it up, like, I'm like, oh no, that's really soon now.
Do you remember when I pitched this reverse idea, and you're like, I don't know, maybe that's a lot of work.
I was thinking about it.
A couple of years ago.
Because it's been brought up a handful of times. Eric's also brought it up before, here and there. It's been an idea, and I like it so far. I gotta say, Eric knocked it out of the fucking park. It was pretty fucking great.
Everybody was torn between giving you a joke album and a really good album we all think that we would agree upon. And I'm pretty happy to say I don't think anybody actually went the joke route, but that remains to be seen.
I don't think Eric was torn. I think he was definitely leaning in on the one that he came with. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah. Eric doesn't... so here's the thing, you know...
Eric's not a joke guy. He never jokes around. He's always serious.
It's not even that. It's that people, I feel, wrongly cast me in this light as though I do this to torture the guest that I bring. But no, I am bringing things that I truly enjoy to somebody. And I mean, I may not give a fuck whether or not the person's going to enjoy them. Usually I'll bring something that I think they will, but you know, sometimes I just want to bring something that I just really want to show somebody. And, you know, fuck them if they don't like it. I don't come in here with the intent to, you know, bring someone some garbage. Unlike you, who was clearly thinking of bringing the Shags onto my show.
Which I
would have enjoyed anyway.
Like that. Yeah, but the problem with you is you adapt to situations. You would have enjoyed anything.
You can't stop me. Is the thing.
Yeah.
But what did you bring today?
I brought us the 2006 second studio album, Dog Problems, by the band The Format.
The second studio album. Okay.
Second.
Well, okay, so there are some things that I've learned about this going through it and, you know, looking up some stuff here and there, and also Genius Annotations telling me about it. Was this this was like not on a label, right?
No, this wasn't. This was on the Vanity label.
Okay.
This was self-released at midnight. And when they hit go live on it, Nate immediately threw up and passed out.
So that is one thing that I knew about this. Well, I learned this morning, honestly, while I was doing my notes and reading through stuff.
Is on the Vanity label. They were on Elektra for their first album.
I was seeing Atlantic.
Elektra's a sub-label of Atlantic.
That's fair, yeah. It's
and
all the
then
same shit.
This is, I think, the first release of the Network Music Group, which is a label that later did Fun's first album and does B-Sides and Rarities, which is the Format's compilation after Dog Problems.
All right. Yeah, I basically saw that they were like Atlantic was like, we want you to bring us exactly the same thing as you brought before to make money. And they were like, no. And Atlantic was like, well, we don't have to do this then. They're like, okay, fuck you.
Yes. Yep.
Which is fun. There's a whole song about it that we'll talk about.
There is. I have no notes for that song because it's pretty fucking self-explanatory.
Really is. So yeah, what's your connection to this album?
So,
you know, what's your deal? What's your angle?
So my history and connection to this is back in 2012. I was involved with a partner at the time. We're still great homies. You know, we talk all the time. This was something that they were into, and when in the depths of like sharing music with your partner at that time, you send each other stuff back and forth, and they sent me the title track for this, and I listened to it and I went, "Huh, this fucking sucks." Didn't like this at all. Never was a fan. And then later on, just by being around them, I had absorbed so much of it that I was like, fuck. This is stuck in my head all the time. And eventually, as time moved on, this is my favorite album of all time. There is nothing coming close to this for me now. I think it is a flawless album, start to finish. Depending if you include the bonus track or not. We did for this session because it's on streaming that way. It's not on any physical formats. It always ends with track 12. It's never on the bonus. The Japanese version has a different bonus track, which I didn't include.
Interesting.
But for sake of digital streaming, because that's how people mostly listen to things, we included the bonus track, so they're not like, well, where's this track?
Yeah, it fits with the vibe. It's not like it's not really out of the realm. So you said that your initial listen, you did not like this at all, and that's the thing. Because as I brought up this morning, I did talk about this briefly in another Discord that we are both in, and my thoughts after my first listen on this were that, like, the only thing that I could think is Blade would, has, and will again call someone a slur for listening to this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just 100%. I could understand somebody not named Blade enjoying this album because I had a good time with it. I'm just gonna put that up front. And on top of that, whenever I type in Nate Ruess into Google, it doesn't autocomplete to allegations. So I don't know. I don't get your connection to this.
Oh my god. So I gotta breathe for a second because that was really good. I almost brought you a brand new album. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was really close to bringing you Daisy. Yeah, so Nate Roos, the format, and Fun all kind of coalesced at a time in 2012 in my life when Fun blew up and I couldn't escape the guy's goddamn voice. And then
it's a very recognizable, iconic voice.
Introduced me to this was like, he had a band before this that was like 100% better. Like, I've been a fan of them for years and years, and now he's blowing up and I don't know what to do about it. It's kind of weird. So we sat down and listened to Dog Problems, the title track, and like I got through the whole discography, and it was a mix CD I wish I still had because it was a very cool mix of the format songs from everything, including some like acoustic performances that are only living on YouTube to this day.
Huh.
But yeah, anyways, this band is probably, they're in my top 3 bands of all time. Their whole discography is incredible for me. I love every second of it. But also, they're a weird, like, they're not in my wheelhouse, so to speak.
No.
Like, I don't like indie music like this otherwise. There's a couple other bands that fall in that category. I always get brought up, my roommate always said that CKY is a band that doesn't fit my wheelhouse, and yet I love CKY.
Interesting.
But yeah, so the format is a weird outlier in my music taste, and anything Nate Roos has done, barring Grand Romantic, I stand by 100%.
See, I'm wondering now if, because a connection that I made in my head while listening to this, I'm wondering if you're already familiar or if this would bridge you to Jeff Rosenstock.
Oh, yeah, I'm a Rosenstock guy.
Okay.
A very particular one, though. I like the first 2 solo albums and nothing else after.
I don't know a lot of Rosenstock to really understand that time frame. Somebody recommended Worry to me a long time ago, and I liked it. Album. And then later recommended Post, which was fine. I really liked Worry, though. Worry was really good.
So if you step backwards, he has an album. The first one's I Look Like Shit, and the second one is We Cool. Those are my Rosenstock jams. Plus, he was in 2 bands prior to that. I like Bob Music Industry. They're all right. But yes, this is a pretty big gap bridge right there.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Dog Problems, The format. The fun guy.
Dog Problems.
It's the fun guy.
It's the fun guy.
You all know him. Some nights,
We are young.
We are young. You're gonna hear it. It took me like a song or so because, as you're going to hear in the first one, he's kind of doing his little subdued voice, but he breaks it out pretty fast. And then I was like, oh, yeah. It's the fun guy. There he is.
So I was wondering when it would click for you. I didn't
Song
say it
2.
prior because I was like, I didn't want to read prior like this is the guy from Fun's band before he was famous, because that's weird. So like, I just left it to your own devices. If you didn't figure it out in time, we would have talked about it.
Yeah. Hey, I bought a copy of Some Nights. It was fine.
I love that album.
I don't think I've listened to the whole thing really before.
I think you should now, because Some Nights is basically what they wanted to do without they didn't have the budget to do it here on Dog Problems. They're both very theatrical albums.
Oh yeah. This is a theater kid.
Oh, for sure.
Theater kids wish that this album was made into a musical so they could sing these.
Yeah, Some Nights is like the major budget equivalent of this, but it's not as good. But it is the major budget equivalent.
Okay.
And later on, they performed this whole album with an orchestra,
Nice.
which I do deeply recommend as extra credit if anybody ever wants to check it out.
Well, all right. Did you have anything else on this?
Before we dive in, I
Yes.
have 5 different physical copies of this album. We'll start with CDs. I have a sealed copy of the original, just like a flip book, I guess, because the dogs all flip down in separate sections from the cover.
Okay.
This is a sealed copy that I have. I love it. It has like the sticker that says format, the format Dog Problems. I also have a jewel case version, which is strange because they never released a jewel case except for this version, and it's a promotional copy with a different cover. This is an advanced copy that they sent around to radios and labels and stuff. And then the third one I have is the Japanese version with the Abi strip, straight from Japan, and it has a different bonus track, which is a song that later appears on the B-Sides and Rarities compilation. This bonus track is Gluttonous Sympathy, which is a cover. And we'll get into the other bonus track because that's also a cover.
Also a cover, yeah.
Yep. So I have the Japanese version. I hunted the Japanese version down hard. I spent a long time looking for the promo version and the Japanese version. And then the 2 vinyl versions are different because the original pressing in 2006 is a single LP, and they crammed the whole fucking album onto one disc, and it sounds kind of bad. And it doesn't have the folding down dog cover that the CD does. It's just a single slip cover. But they later re-released Dog Problems on vinyl into a 2 LP set with the folding dog cover. I also have a copy of that.
Well, I'm glad you were able to channel your Juggalo tendencies into a good band.
Oh, we can get into I have an extensive format collection. We can get into that some other time.
But with all that, I reckon we could hop on into this album, yeah?
Would have loved that.
But first, we gotta make sure that we got ourselves a fucking beach beverage on hand.
Beach bevies.
What you got? Last week I had a nice water. This week, I'm sticking to the water, to be honest, I'm staying hydrated. I'm trying to be healthy nowadays. I contain myself to a can of pop per day. And I like to do that closer in like the midday to evening area. So we're still relatively morning time. So I'm in the water camp.
I gotta say, I agree. I'm also in the water camp here. Got my big bottle of water that's like a quarter full because I forgot to refill it before this. But I don't do soda that much. If I do carbonation, it's probably just sparkling water now.
Yeah.
Maybe. What's up?
For one guest, I will be doing my traditional tequila sunrise, so I have to get some orange juice for that. But that's for the future.
Okay. Interested to know, because I don't know anybody's albums.
Yeah.
I know one, because we share a podcast and I saw the notes. But
yeah, there's something.
Maybe when you make a return, I will go and grab a Faygo to celebrate.
Oh. All right. Well, let's jump right in to track number 1, Matches.
ashes to ashes, dust on the dash. I got my cigarettes, but I can't find the fire that's calming me down. I was just out on a night with my friends.
This track is a pretty short one, and if I was to let it play until, a good point to stop, it would just be the whole fucking track. You get a little sad boy waltz here,
You do. I pitched it as the intro's carnival music, and you were like, it's the same fucking thing you always listen to. Because that beginning, the dun dun dun, that reminds me of like a carnival. Always.
Oh yeah, it has like that same sound as what you would hear on like a merry-go-round with like the they get into like the big cymbal crash, and I was always really entranced by the merry-go-round music thing, because they have like just music that's being piped in, but then they also usually have like a player piano, but not like a piano. It's just like a little drum and a cymbal with a little stick that hits it.
That makes sense.
And yeah, this gives me those kinds of vibes. And this also is the beginning of my theory for this album, that he is, in fact, a dog who is anxious and sad because his owner left like 10 minutes ago, and he's like, are they ever coming back? And he says, I was out on a night with my friends, and I mean, he was hanging out in the yard, barking at the other dogs and all that stuff, maybe doing a little howling, and then he came back in, and he was able to come in through the dog door safely because he has the Darmine doggy door, so it's not going to let any other things through that you don't want in your house, but owner's still not back, and he's like, I don't know what to do with myself anymore. I'm just gonna lay here and whine until they're back home.
I'm gonna let you go on this the whole time. I don't want to spoil the actual dog motif about this. Also, shout out to Han for the word dog motif. There's an actual reason for the
I'm aware of the dog thing.
Okay.
I did get to that later. I was just,
I was like, I don't want to spoil it for him, but he's sort of right.
I mean, he is like, shit, partner is out and not coming back. And I'm like, am I no longer needed in this relationship? Are they having so much fun without me that I don't matter anymore? Fuck. Are they cheating? Yes.
For the theme of the record, yes, actually.
Yeah.
Things are as bad as you think. And that's a pretty big theme on this album.
Yeah. Do you have anything on this?
No, it was just a nice intro track. It sets up the mood for the album. I think it comes in very soft and somber, and then things start to kick in after.
And it rolls directly into the next track. Like, I didn't read them as separate tracks. Like, whenever I was listening the first time, I looked over and I was like, oh, I'm on a track 2 now. How?
Oh.
When did this happen? Because they're both they're both the same vibe, tempo, all that stuff. It just goes right in. And we can go right in to track number 2, I'm Actual.
So can we take the next hour and talk about me? Talk about me and we'll talk about me. Talk about me and we'll only talk about me. Can we please take this hour and talk about me and my hatred for corporate magazines? Well, they don't speak to me. The irony is they won't speak with me.
Like I said, same vibe. It's another little waltz dealio, and I saw a lot of people saying that like this is kind of a reference to the fact that the album is an hour long, but it's not. It's not an hour long. It's significantly less. It's like a 40-minute album, maybe like a 45 if you take off the bonus track. But you kind of get the vibe from this, like, contrary to what you start to hear in the rest of the album, this track has the vibe of just a very overbearing guy. Like, so much of this relationship is him that it diluted the partner to the point that they couldn't flourish as their own person with him. And then he steals their line like a little bitch. They make the reference to like being like a flower, and like they're so watered down that they're.
You watered me down till I drifted abound.
That's
somewhere
the one.
Far from your shade, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have it.
So we don't have confirmation, but knowing what we know, we can actually assume that is a real thing written to him.
And he repeats it in his own voice later in the song.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean.
That he makes very honest art. There's a lot of theatrics and blown up stuff about it, but if you listen through like the years, he's taken a lot of very real quotes that have been said to him and mixed it throughout his music. So like that, you can kind of infer that was actually written to him in a letter.
Damn.
And I want to point out there's a line where he says, "In my hatred for corporate magazines, you know they don't speak to me. The irony is they won't speak to me." 6 years later, you could not escape this fucking guy. Every corporate magazine ever spoke to him.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, if you ever, I don't know if you were a Nate Ruess guy at all ever, if you ever like watch his interviews, read his interviews, he openly states how deeply uncomfortable he is with the spotlight, with the fame, with the attention. He literally sold all of his music rights, locked his Twitter down, and now just tweets about basketball and sports and his kids.
Holy shit.
And anytime somebody asks about music, he's very flippant and like, I don't fucking care. Like, I'm just trying to live my life. Like, he didn't expect fun to blow up at all and didn't really want that. Music was a hobby. And then once they blew up, he was like, you know, all I care about is money. There's an interview famously where he's very drunk, and somebody asked him a question about, like, how do you feel in regards to this happening? And he just, like, very loudly declares, all I see are dollar signs, and stops talking.
He has the vibes of somebody that I feel like you and I are both pretty big fans of.
Oh?
John Carpenter.
Yes.
Who is regularly asked in interviews about like movies and stuff, like would you ever consider doing one of these? Like, if they fucking pay me, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, Nate is a big, I don't want to do it unless it's on my terms. Famously, the format announced reunion shows in 2019. They were scheduled for 2020. Well, the whole thing happened. I had 4 tickets, by the way. I managed to get through the bots and the scalpers. I had 4 tickets to the Chicago shows. It was going to be the light of my life. Like, the highlight of everything. They're my favorite band. I finally get to see them, etc., etc. Then that whole thing happened. And then they're like, we'll reschedule it. Don't worry. Your tickets are still valid. And then, like, another year went by, and they're like, actually, we kind of don't want to do this anymore. So they canceled the shows and refunded everybody. So
I feel bad for the people who got scalped.
Yeah, but they did play one single show. The way that this happened was it was a very stealth reunion. They just announced an anniversary for their live DVD set live at the Mayan Theater. Sam Means, the other guy in the format, you know, Sam, who's referenced in the music.
Sure.
He runs Hello Merch, which I'm sure you know what Hello Merch is.
I'm familiar, vaguely.
MC Lars runs his stuff through Hello Merch.
Oh, okay.
He announced, hey, we're going to have a screening party of Live at the Mayan Theater at the Hello Merch warehouse. You know, here's some tickets. We're going to print a special shirt. It'll be a cool anniversary for the fans. Everybody was like, huh, this is weird. Why are you... All right, yeah, sure, we'll go. It was like a $20 entry. We'll just go see it live. It was in Arizona because, you know, that's where the format's from. And everybody gets there, and there's no screen. It's just a stage. And the format played a show instead of showing the fucking DVD. It's on YouTube.
That's awesome.
It's great. It's an acoustic set. It's awesome. They do they go through the discography. You know, they pull some deep cuts. They do a cover that they never played anywhere else. It's great.
Nice.
But yeah, I forgot where I got from here, but incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I can appreciate the angle that he comes from with that, because I mean, like, it's just like, I just want to go and live my life, and I don't want people bothering me. You know, I did the thing, and I sold it, and I made the money, so I can just go be a chill guy doing what I want. Like, I don't really care. Like, I made the music, and it was nice, and it was fun, and now I can live because of that and do it myself without people bothering me about it. And
Yep.
yeah, right
He's
on,
very
dude.
private now, and he released a new song like 2 days ago. By the time this hits the airwaves, it'll be like weeks from now. But
Indeed.
anything he's released since has been like goofy, dumb demos, and it's fantastic because he's just playing music that nobody cares about, and I love it.
Except him, and that's all that
yeah,
matters.
exactly.
That's all that fucking matters.
I think he also co-hosts a podcast, which I've
nice.
never listened to.
We got to get him on.
Yeah. I would be so paralyzed with fear.
Yeah.
But I want to highlight the fun thing I did, because we started a little late. Yeah. The fun thing I did is I wanted to highlight sometimes some lines that I used as like Facebook photo captions or Instagram photo captions.
The fun thing you did.
The fun thing I did. I thought it'd be pretty funny to like call out myself for using lyrics from this album as like little captions. Or stuff that I've tweeted in all caps. You can you can search my tweets. You'll find all of these. The one from this, like the lines that stick out to me from I'm Actual would be, "Now I shadow my former self, once holy, now lonely, a chest full of holes." There's just something about those lines that really get me. I think this album has a lot of brilliant and beautiful imagery in the lyrics. And that one really gets me, especially the live versions of this. I'm going to keep referring to the live versions. I'm so sorry.
Go on.
Again, it's extra credit, but it's preferred you get familiar with the live versions of these songs because they're performed very differently.
I can imagine a younger Blade taking like high angle shots in black and white.
Oh, they exist.
And
they're there.
Posting them. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there.
For sure, but when I posted those lines, it was probably the Naruto AMV rather than any photos.
I'm tired of being who you want me to be.
Oh man, I should watch Man V today.
Well, I think with that we can slide along to track number 3.
We can mosey on
Time
over.
Bomb. Yeah, this is the point where normally, had I thought about it earlier and not like literally just 2 seconds ago, I would have had the Godsmack song Time Bomb lined up here to play. But I didn't think about it in time, so we're just getting the format song Time Bomb. Chorus is the most ELO thing I've ever heard. And I love that.
I literally would never peg that or tick that because I'm not an ELO guy. But
it's so ELO.
There's
and
a band
like the backing vocals and everything, the groove of it. It's ELO as fuck.
There's a band that Nate covers on the B-Sides compilation and stuff that if you listen to them, you go, oh my god, this is the format. Like, this is just, this is what he did for the format. It's XTC.
I don't
if
know.
you're not familiar. Yeah, they're a band. Them or Jellyfish. Those two bands are like, that's the format right there. Different versions, but like, they're very summed up. So you saying they took from ELO, I don't doubt that at all.
Yeah, this song rules. Like, it's just really fucking good. It feels good, as it's it's a very, very peppy, fun song about not very peppy, fun things.
See, that plays into my love of, you know, the super famous Fruit Punch guys, because they're very upbeat and fun, but the lyrics are not upbeat nor fun. And
Right.
that's kind of like my favorite subgenre of music, is very happy, peppy, upbeat, but not lyrically.
It's the connection that you have with Mike.
Yes, it is.
He loves that. But yeah, you got this guy who starts over a lot, but he's got no fucking follow through, you know? He just can't fucking complete the starting over and stick to the thing. He's just jumping from new identity to new identity. He just can't fucking do it. And this chick is just there to ruin his life with impeccable timing.
Every time.
Every time.
Now, there's a bridge in this song.
There is.
Again, referring to the Mayan Theater live versions of this song, it is basically screamed when it's performed.
Fair.
It is really good, and it's a part of this album that really like brings out a lot of emotion with me when I'm like, you know, singing along in my own little world. It'll be like that part. You know, you'll get very intense with it. I think that this album has a lot of those parts, actually.
This is one where he kind of acknowledges the issues with the other person beyond just the issues that he personally has, but like their own issues.
Mm-hmm.
You know, referencing an attempted suicide at some point. Which, yeah, you know, very flippant about it. Kind of rude, to be honest.
That's pretty standard for the time of this era, you know? It was a pretty par for the course thing to be singing about.
Yeah, well, it is, but in the way he sings it is what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just kind of being a bastard about it. But that is the album. It is... The album is a lot of him being a very earnestly catty bitch. You know, he's taking his shots and at times sort of using that to give people a look at also where he's fucking up himself. You know, and it's kind of refreshing to see that.
I think, you know, it's when it's pointed out this way, I think it's another reason why I connect so much with this album, is displaying all your faults in bits and pieces. And showing that, like, you know, you're not, like, the perfect person, and things that happened on your end as well. And I think that's a big part of, like, growing up with the album. It's been, you know, 12 fucking years since I've heard it for the first time, so...
Yeah, it's good. Like, just being able to, you know, on the surface, if you were to listen to these, it's like, guy got broken up with, complains about girl. But in it, he's really kind of revealing that, like, there's a lot of issues here, and it's not just them. And it's like, yeah, you know what? Good on you, Nate. It's nice to acknowledge that, to break out of the common thing of just, oh, women be crazy. What can you do? You know, you just can't control them. So, you know, good job for a 2006. 2006.
2006.
Goddamn. So yeah, do you have anything else for that?
No, I don't. I just wanted to point out the bridge in the live version. This should be checked out. It's live at the Mayan Theater. If anybody listening to this ever wants to hear any of the format stuff, hit me up. I will provide.
The Mayans got it wrong. Just want to throw that out. So moving on to track 4. She doesn't get it.
All the girls pose the same for pictures. All the boys got the same girl's hair. Well, I am bored cause I feel much older. Look at me as if I got a reason to stare. But you talk so loud that it calms me down. You're crying, let's make a toast. She says she's leaving on a Sunday. Oh, that leaves me one more night. Can I take you home? I know it's wrong, but I know you're tired. She says she's leaving on a Sunday. I don't care. I need to know where to turn. I tried it once. It never caught on. I was the only one who got burned.
Look, Nate. Nate, I'm going to level with you. Man to man. This is Steve talking. First name to first name. I'm sorry we don't all know Duran Duran, Nate. All right? Maybe she likes the Power Station, okay? Maybe she's more familiar with one of the solo projects of the members of Duran Duran than Duran Duran themselves, all right? Okay? And if you're sitting here talking about how she doesn't get it, maybe your problem, Nate, is that you picked someone who's not from a generation you should have picked. I'm not accusing you of anything, not putting any allegations after your name, but I'm just saying, you're sitting here going like, damn, these fucking girls are so immature and shallow, blah, 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 and then you go and fuck one anyway. Nate. And then, after being with this basic bitch in your eyes, you fucking get attached like a bitch. Nate, get your shit together. Get your shit together, homie. I love this song.
Yeah, have you never been there? Have you never been in the attachment of the accidental attachment era?
I mean, look, I have a lot of crushes on a regular basis. It's a thing.
Okay.
I'm just saying, this guy goes out there doing for like a one night stand thing, and he's just like,
yeah, right after the starting. Now I'm starting over. Right after. Then he's like, oh no, poor me, I got attached. Like
attached to somebody that he clearly doesn't like.
Yeah. I actually, up until I'd say this time listening through, I never really expounded on the new religion part, the Duran Duran part. I was like,
I had to do it like that. I was like,
I'm gonna let him have that. Like, I never figured to look into it. So
I just had to look up real quick, and I was like, okay, yes. I was assuming it was another Duran Duran song, just a slightly deeper cut. I don't even know if it's that deep, because again, we don't all know Duran Duran, Nate, but. She literally he literally says that she sings the, hungry like the wolf, do part. Maybe what if she was singing it in a Jamie Madrox's voice? Maybe she's a Twisted fan, and she actually doesn't know the original Hungry Like the Wolf.
Actually, the do part on the Twisted cover are Jimmy Urine, who does have allegations to tie it around.
True. Yeah.
Also, one of my favorite bands of all time.
The best comedy has a little bit of truth in it.
Sure. If you ever wondered about my extensive collections and which one's the biggest, it's the MSI one. Unfortunately.
Yeah, she doesn't get it, though. She's the one that doesn't get it.
She
For
doesn't
sure.
get it. And then how does Nate go from such like I'm so big and bad, I'm gonna sleep with the next person I meet, I'm starting over. And then the song is ending with him screaming, I was the only one who got burned. Because like
Yep.
you kinda did it to yourself here.
That's the acknowledgement there.
Yep.
He's very like that's the thing. He's very straightforward about all of it. He's like, I don't like these people. They're all basic, shallow people and all that stuff. I'm just looking to fuck. And then at the end of it, he's like, I can't do that, can I?
As we're analyzing this album and, getting a little deeper on it, I'm starting to have horrifying realizations about my admirement of the album and about being a guy stuck in a self-perpetuating cycle. It's getting kind of heavy, and I'm not liking it very much.
I'm sorry, but
It's fine.
I'm sorry that Nate in this album is go-getter Greg, and you can't stop that.
All right, that's good. I'll give you that. I'll give you that, wrapping it around to our previous segment.
So moving it on to track number 5. I feel like after all of this, just all these breakthroughs that you're having, you need a little pick me up.
You're gonna walk backwards through the room. Does that mean I won't see you? It means you walk backwards through the room. Tiffany's crying, she's dying to make it out of this hell. Well, I just laugh, 'cause it was my job to be her hell. But I'm in my bedroom, I found me a corner where friends won't debate my hell. Like how can he save some summer night when he can't save himself? You gotta pick me up, come on and pick me up when I'm falling down. You got to pick me up. Cut to December and how can I shout?
Again, like, honestly, these songs, this is a groovin' song after groovin' song. Solid bangers, I gotta say. And again, my guy, he's, he don't miss. Even when he's missing in an overarching point in which he is not missing. In this one, he ain't missing at all. He's talking being a support with no support yourself just ain't no good. For example, if you take out one of the fucking leg supports on a bridge, the suspension supports aren't going to hold it up the rest of the way because they need that support to hold them up. And next thing you know, you're in a river in Baltimore.
I was gonna say that's kind of too timely for this one, huh?
Yeah, well, in the wake of it, there are a lot of people who are just like, how could a boat running into a support make a whole bridge collapse? And it's like, well, you see,
If it's
when
the
you
main
remove a
support.
support, when you remove the leg supports, the supports that hold up the rest of it in between the legs actually tear the bridge apart, like, themselves. Like, the supports are now pulling the rest of the bridge into the water. You fucking idiots. That's not what this song's about, but now I'm on it, and I'm mad because these people are so goddamn stupid and don't understand basic observable physics that you can see with your fucking eyes. Anyway. It's a good song.
So, it's a great song. It's one of my favorites on the album.
It's one you can yell with. That chorus drops, and I feel like at a show, that's one where they would hit the big lights on it, and everyone's like, ah!
So there's a part where he repeats the intro lines for the album, that you're going to walk backwards through the room, but he actually cuts his vocals and he screams the rest of it out. That
Nice.
part is just like chef's kiss. One of the highlights of the album for me. And again, live, you should check it out, live at the Mayan Theater. It happens again. And I want to come up and mention that Nate does this thing where he's very self-referential in his lyrics, and the people that he talks about are very real. He's not using any like name, just like I'm gonna grab a name for this. Like these are all people he knows, and he's bringing into this music. And Tiffany is a person he's mentioned on his bands prior to the format. This past year, Never Gonna Score.
Interesting.
And then we're gonna get
any lore on her.
So it's been about 6 years since I've listened to This Past Year, Never Gonna Score, but not that I can recall. Just a name that is very familiar and mentioned previously.
Huh.
And then we're gonna dig deep into the self-referential in the next song. Don't worry.
We sure are.
But
And if you don't have anything else for Pick Me Up, we can move on to that.
yep, we can just get right into these dog problems.
Don't you dare speak for someone you don't know. To feel it in the back of the throat. We know I can't construct a poem, 'cause words like girls get bored and run. C'est la vie. I say I've got so many better things. I've got nothing. You should see me. I smoke myself to sleep and blame postmodern things I can't relate, like summer camp in coastal states, like alcohol and coffee beans, dance floors and magazines. I think it's safe to say I've only got myself to blame, but boys in swooping haircuts are bringing me down, taking pictures of themselves. Oh.
This was the track where I officially said theater kids wish this was in a musical. They want to sing this song. They want to do the whole fucking thing. There's a big moment in it where they get to hold a note for a long time, and they want that.
This is a song that I perform when I am like going through it with headphones. I am performing this song. Gotta shout out the music video. It is incredibly theater kid. And it is,
I've heard,
it's
yeah.
hand puppets. It's all
Yes,
hand puppets. If anybody's never
I didn't
seen
watch it, but I've seen a breakdown of it.
Oh man, you should check it out. It's a really cool music video. This was one of the singles ish speaking. So there's a few things I need to point out of the self-referential to dig into. I'm just going to talk first because I have a bit to say. So, first of all, when I said I hate what I've become, I lied. I hated who I was. In their big single song, the first single, Nate repeats this. He says the phrase, "'Cause I hate what I've become." And this is a self-referential of him saying he was lying. He hated who he was at the time rather than, that.
Yeah.
And then, "C'est la vie," which is a phrase I'd never heard prior. But
Never heard "C'est la vie"?
No, prior to this album 12 years ago, no.
So it goes?
Yeah. But there's a screamo band called C'est la vie that my friends were in. They made one song on a split with some other bands. They were just basically a fake band to have another band for a split, And they took their name C'est la vie from this song. And then there was another band involved called Dog Problems that never surfaced much, but et cetera, et cetera. This album has a lot of links to my life.
Huh.
But yes, very big theater kid song, very big holding notes. Nate has this weird thing of referencing real people. The person this whole album's about is named Becca.
There's that part.
And he tries to play it off, saying he never finishes phrases he misspells, trying to put it as because instead of Becca.
Yeah, he gets to BEC. He adds an extra C on the C one. He says it twice, but you can kind of play it off as he's just announcing the letter once more. And then he hits the A and he plays it off as because. But
a lot of their material moving forward from here is about Becca. Just straight up, dude is very, very heartbroken about this relationship, and he writes a lot about it.
So yeah, it. I appreciate one of the parts of it where he's basically saying, like, if he can't find a new relationship, he at least wants to be fucking as much as she is.
Yeah,
he says it with, more eloquence, but he wants to even the score in that way.
Yeah, this song there's a lot of tinge to this album of like, well, if I'm not happy, I'm going to drown myself in something that will make me feel at least a little bit better. Like, it's a lot of very, like, I'm going to self-medicate with other people. Which was an informing decision in a lot of people's lives around then. And probably still is to this day of, well, I'm just going to try to drown myself in things that distract me for the time.
Yeah. But, if you don't have any things to distract yourself, you could choose to drown yourself in oceans.
To see you again.
It's so saccharine.
I don't know what that means.
Sweet. Sugary. It's usually used to describe something that's just too fucking overly trying to be cute and bleh. Sappy is another word that saccharine would go along with.
Will we discuss at the end our favorite tracks as per the usual JJ statements?
Yeah.
Cool.
So you won't mention that this is yours yet.
Right now, yeah. I'll tell you later. This is my favorite song.
Yeah, you'll hold it to the end.
Yeah.
I will note that whenever I was writing this song title down for my notes, because I write the title and then a little dash, and then I write my notes for it. So, what happened was, I was thinking about a joke, and I ended up, as I usually do, whenever I'm thinking about something and I'm writing something else, if it's close enough, I sort of mash them.
Yeah.
So, I accidentally wrote Ocean Man when I was thinking about an Ocean Man bit.
Okay.
And then I scratched out man and put the S on oceans. So I fixed it, but I did write it down, because I was amused for a second about possibly doing a little Ocean Man thing, but I don't have anything for it. But this song here in front of us that we're dealing with, our guy, he, after all of this stuff that he's saying about all the problems that he's having with this Becca and how much it's just damn, what a bitch and all that. Can't move on. He's got trust issues now, but apparently not with the person who caused them. His trust issues do not extend to the person who he can't trust. And he drops a line, the Golden State wins again, referring to people like, going to California, but also, as you mentioned, you said that he apparently talks a lot about basketball. He might just be talking about the Warriors because, Steph Curry.
Yeah, were they on a hot streak in 2006?
I don't know. I don't even know if Steph Curry was there in 2006. That's way too long ago. I don't think Jokic was. He's like new-ish. I don't know who was doing Golden State back then. I don't know enough about them. I named the two players I know.
Okay, that's fair. I don't know any, so we're even.
Actually, that's not true, because I don't know the other guy by name, but Golden State does have a guy. I believe it's Golden State, who is at this point kind of known for being just a piece of shit. Like he's gotten called on a lot of stuff and thrown out of a lot of games for trying to play off what is very clearly an intentional swing at somebody's head, like just straight up throwing a punch, as like, oh, well, I was just turning around and my arm just kind of flopped in a punch-like way at them. And yeah, he got like an indefinite suspension recently.
Good. So,
but yeah, our guy Nate remains stuck in Arizona, where he is till this very day.
he is to this very day stuck in Arizona. Now, it's time to pull up the Blade caption thing again. We got, yet you traded in your cross for a chance to dance with stars, and now nothing is sacred. Which, by the way, just a perfect line from this album.
That's really good.
You know, about somebody selling out who they used to be, or, you know, are inside to go and, you know, make a life or living with somebody else, or whatever Nate is trying to put in there. And then,
AXE would write that line from, like, a first-person perspective, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
They're all about trading in crosses.
Yeah.
Now, the other lines that were, you know, they're very huge for me, because, you know, they're kind of like scream-shouted, you know? Maybe it's time I put a profile up of who I want to be, fool everyone, I could start over clean, I could hide behind a big blue screen. Another perfect section from this album. I truly think it highlights a lot of the themes of it, of Nate trying to, like, he's very wounded, but trying to put up an air of he is not, and he's trying to just start over again.
He's trying to move on as being healed and over it without actually taking the steps to do that. Which
yet again,
you know,
analyzing this, I'm just like,
yeah, life is hard. You know, it's real shit.
It's real shit. You could end up like this, or you could just end up at a dead end.
Hold on, there's a hole in my heart. Everyone can see right through me. It goes all the way to the west, where my love, she tried to wash it away. See, she breaks for the summer, so she can find lovers. She thinks that they are bottles of wine. They make you dinner and they sing you to sleep, but by the morning find the bottle is empty. She never gives it the time. Every bottle she finds, they don't compare to the one she left behind. There is ever enough, so she waits for me to come back. I'm looking for a dead end song. You wish the smoke could change its color. Oh, I love it when you talk so much and act like nothing wrong. I'm looking for a dead-end song. We sit and find flaws in everyone. I wanna keep you by my side, holding up tidal waves. Mid-car is keeping us warm. She lays
What a fun song.
Very bouncy, and yet part of the whole upbeat but not upbeat.
A fun song in which nothing wrong is going on.
Yeah, nothing bad's happening in
Not a
this song.
single thing. You know, it's just a couple enjoying their time. Their very limited time before the dam breaks and they hate each other again.
Yep.
They love each other again.
Nate loves to do the thing where he references a song in his music, and he does it again in this one. He brings out The Cure's Mint Car for part of it.
Mhm.
And that was how I first heard Mint Car.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he gave
I
me
have not
that.
heard it.
Oh, it's really good. As is anything The Cure has ever done. So, like, this is my glowing endorsement of the band as in general.
I think I listened to a Cure album once. It was during my time when I was having people recommend stuff to me and I was listening to them. I don't remember what one, though.
Had you
Look up-
asked me to bring you an album after all the bad things that happened in my life lately, I probably would have given you Disintegration by The Cure, so we could commiserate.
It was Pornography.
That is my favorite Cure album.
Huh.
hands down, bar none. That is my favorite of theirs. Has my favorite track and everything.
Nice. It's been a minute since I listened to it.
If you're ever just down and going through it, throw it on. The album,
But yeah,
literally,
like-
it opens with "Doesn't matter if we all die." Like, that is the vibe of
Yeah.
the album.
It is certainly a kind of album. But yeah, basically what I said is what this song is. It is just literally just, we have this moment here, and we're just going to kind of let this ride for as long as we can to just kind of pretend that everything's fine, not have to confront all of the issues that we have, just putting off pain with a relationship.
Yep, pretending like everything's chill when on the actual reality is that nothing is chill right now.
Just papering over all the issues in your life.
Yep. There's a demo version of this on B-Sides and Rarities that has a different verse, actually.
Oh.
I'll read you the regular verse, which is a highlighted lyric for me because it's some of my favorite that Nate's ever done. I take my finger, turn it into a pen, then I run my hand down your spine. You guess I wrote something profound, something like, our love will last till we die. I say you're good at this game, but what I really wrote is how I've yet to be saved, which is just showing off. Like, you can't write something like that and not be like, damn, I wrote that. But in the demo, that's changed to, we could spend the day in bed, forget about the salt in the air, I don't care what the forecast read, 'cause if it rains, we'll just stay inside, we've got a pack of cigarettes, we're singing, that's the way we get by, between the sheets and the shade, oh, to me you are a sunny day.
Oh.
I think that, the demo was written before things had gotten a little worse, and he decided to just end the verses with that banger.
Yeah. God, it hits hard.
Yeah, it's a really fucking good verse, and I think it's a highlight of the album's songwriting.
Oh, man. Oh, a fun update real quick?
Yeah.
The 2006 roster of the Golden State Warriors had Baron Davis, so I mean, that's something.
I don't know who that is.
He's good.
Okay. I'll take you for it.
He has an iconic moment from a while ago where he made like the longest shot in basketball that counted.
Oh.
And it was like, there's a whole video about it that's actually really fucking cool, breaking it down and just how impossible the shot was. And the craziness that he called it.
Okay, so he was a guy who just kind of like, la, and launched it across.
Yeah, he it was inbounded, and from 84 feet, I think it was.
Jesus.
He basically just football throws it with a guy covering him. And that's like where the person who made this video covering it talks about like why he believes that he called it, because this guy was like putting on hard coverage. Like for a guy who was taking, like for a guy who's that far outside, you don't do that. You can cover for passes and stuff, but he's covering like he's making a shot.
That's why I love this. I love learning things with Shmeev every time we do a podcast together. Last time it was Tribulation Houses, if I recall.
That's true. It's true. We did talk about the Tribulation House. And I learned so much more about so many different versions of that exist. So yeah, Dead End.
Dead End. Do you have anything else?
Can't run from it.
Gonna keep going at a snail's pace.
Should have thought about that shit before you done it. That's Dead End.
Yeah.
But, that outtake from Jekyll Bros? That was a Jekyll Bros outtake, wasn't it? That was Ice-T.
I don't know. I don't like
that was
the
their...
Insane Clown Posse.
Well, you're full of shit. But I think that was their Ice-T song, and it was a Jekyll Bros outtake.
Oh yeah, it's on Psychopaths from Outer Space. That's what I'm seeing here.
Something like that. Okay. I don't know then. Track number 9. Snails.
Snails.
Nico, come back home. Show me that you care. The last time 'cause wood grain makes all man things seem so out of date. Life is not a play, it's what we make of the people we love. Snails see the benefits, the beauty in every so why are you quick to kiss a she bites apple aids and leaves? God damn you shrubbery. Oh, I'm sick of vanity play. Should we move to the UK? 'Cause life here in the States has escaped all people. What we make of those people we love. Snails see the benefit.
Remember when I mentioned before that you would have, will again, call people slurs for listening to
Yeah, for sure. Is this the song that made you think that?
It was the whole thing, but this is definitely one of the major ones where I was like, oh my god, Blade would definitely. 100%. Blade is calling themselves.
Am I not a sappy love song guy to you?
I don't know. Maybe not this vibe. I don't know.
Not this vibe? Okay, because I definitely am. But, like,
Yeah, that's fair.
so this song is actually...
Again, like I said, this whole album is very just out of your wheelhouse. So.
Yeah, but it isn't, you know? That's the thing.
Mhm.
It isn't out of my wheelhouse. But if you were looking at me on the surface, yes, probably out of my wheelhouse. But I did get clocked by having a format shirt and pink hair once, so that made sense.
But yeah, moving slow really allows you to appreciate all the little things along the way. I don't know if you've ever walked down like a road that you normally drive, like to get somewhere that's like farther away than you would normally walk to.
Yeah.
But it's really something, and you really kind of realize, well, depending on
The area.
Well, not that. Just depending on the situation and all that, you can suddenly realize, holy shit, this road is so much fucking longer than I remembered, and I'm going to die. And then sometimes it's just like, wow, this is so much longer than I really thought it was, and there's so much here between me and this place that I'm going to, and it's really something. As Red from the Shawshank Redemption once said, world got itself into a big damn hurry. That's when he gets out and he sees cars for the first time. Well, he sees cars like everywhere because he said he saw them as a kid before he was in jail, but now they're everywhere, he says, because the world got itself into a big damn hurry. And then in my notes, I have rant for a while about the demand for optimization in every fucking aspect of life. So pretend that I did that. And I talked about how much I hate the idea that from birth we have to do everything perfectly and, everything has to be at 100% efficiency lest we miss out on the exclusive opportunity to have a hint of a decent life. And how much I hate that. Pretend I did that for like an hour or 3.
I'm pretending that you did that for an hour or 3.
Anyway, this song's cute and I like it.
So, what you might not know is there is an EP, the Snails EP, that has a kind of a very subtle difference in the songs. There's an EP version and LP version. So, the EP opens with Nico, Take It Slow, Show Me That You Care. And then the LP opens with Nico, Come Back Home, Show Me That You Care. Nico is one of Nate's dogs, of the titular dog Problems. And then on the EP, there is a song
that is a dog problem
that does not appear anywhere else called Janet. And I think you should listen to it.
Okay.
It's a very good, very, very, very good track.
Was that about the controversial
Super Bowl?
Janet Jackson Super Bowl?
Yeah, actually. I can't believe you knew that. Yeah.
I was doing a bit.
No, it's not. But hey,
okay.
We tried.
Well, have hopes. But yeah, did you have anything else on this?
I didn't. Snails is just a very speak for itself kind of lovey-dovey song.
Yeah.
I think it's a great song. I don't really want to wax poetic about it because, it kind of stands
Slow
on its
things
own.
down. Can't be just fucking
Take it a little
diving
easy.
into stuff. He's a fragile little bean. He can't handle that.
Yeah, take it a little
Also,
easy.
Yeah, and apparently also, because you mentioned the difference in lyrics, but I don't think you mentioned the fact that his dog ran away at some point.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
EP to
why
LP,
he
yes.
did that.
Yeah, I thought that was implied. I didn't think that our listeners would have to distinguish that one.
Well, So, moving on to track number 10, The Compromise.
You think it's cool to be crazy, I say. Born rich, stay rich, there's no point taking chances. In me, I wouldn't call it sophomore slump. I'd say one step close to being just where I want to be. Away from the sea, away from this machine. Alright, meet me in the middle. Well, come on, let's make up a dance. And we'll agree to call it the compromise. Step one, find a partner, grab a pen. Don't you dare ask questions, just sign on a dotted line.
This is the song that we talked about at the very beginning of this episode. That is very much directed at their former record label. And see, the thing is that it's not about compromise at all. It's a little bit of a clever trick that they're pulling here, where it's the record label is calling it a compromise, but it's just them agreeing to everything that the record label wants, or they're out because one side has all the power at the bargaining table and it's not them.
But yeah, this is the song we were talking about. It's basically, what happens when you get into a relationship with a big label, and also could be counted as a relationship track song, knowing his dual writing abilities. But it'd be
True.
a very shitty one to put that on his.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is very directed. It doesn't have a lot of ambiguity in it. It's
It is what it says on the package. This is about the compromise of working with a big label.
And it is brutal. Literally, the part that we that I faded that out on is where he's literally talking about you come over here and then you shake our hands and sign everything without don't fucking complain about it. And then we're just going to throw you out there. You do a little song and dance the way that we want you to, and we make the money, and that's it.
Yep. There is a very good acoustic version on YouTube that lives on YouTube only. It's from a little morning show around the time in the area, the local Arizona morning show. I deeply recommend it for extended listening because it's a lot. It changes the pacing of the song and everything too. It's very cool.
Blade recommends that you look up all of the format's media.
Yeah, I do.
In everywhere that you can get it and experience all of it.
I could provide a playlist with definitive live versions and everything like that. I personally, this band, if you ever want to talk about them, reach out. Always happy.
We're not there yet. Shut the
I
fuck
know,
up.
but I'm always happy to.
All right, that's The Compromise.
The Compromise. A brutal track followed by another brutal track.
Track number 11, Inches and Falling, or I Love Love.
I love love, I love being in love. I don't care what it does to me. Take these tattered boxes that used to hold your clothes, break them down, build them back up with your bones. Now all you do is construct a mess. You're good to me when only flesh, your memory with nothing to show. When we would take trips, we saw we never take pictures. Pictures only prove you can't convince. Well, now it's those photographs could convince you that what we have would only turn out a negative. Well, 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 if fingertips are relationships, then I could barely.
The man is just... He's just continuing along this line that he just cannot get off of. Just very shallow and unfulfilling relationships, but he's insisting that he's definitely in love and happy to be in it. It is like a continuation of Dead End, more or less. Like, they are kind of companions in what they're putting forth, of just people pretending.
It's more so we're putting back up the front, and he doesn't care the consequences of putting up the front. He just wants to be experiencing what he was chasing after the whole time. It's basically it's crazy that it's towards the end of the album that he's deciding to just go back into the cycle, like, head on.
Yeah.
But it's showing that, again, he's still stuck in the perpetuating cycle of these things, and he doesn't care what it's going to do to him, and he doesn't care what it does to anybody else, but by God, he's going to do it.
It's kind of like it's the last hurrah of a toxic habit that he has.
Yeah, he's
it's this final attempt to make this really bad idea work before it falls apart so hard that he literally can't do it again.
Correct.
It's good. There's a lot of, like, I haven't talked about it much, but just the songcraft itself in this is fantastic. Like, there's just so much in it. Like, again, it's very theatrical in a lot of ways, but even just the normal, like, kind of poppy rock stuff is just really well put together. And his delivery in his lines is always just really fucking cool. He has this very loose delivery where he's not stuck to a very specific like rhythm or anything like that. He's playing around with it. He's kind of doing a little bit of ebbing and flowing along with the accompaniment and all that stuff. It's just really cool, and it comes off with this, like, he's a fucking melodic as shit singer. Like, the dude is ridiculous. Like, his vocals are insane, but he also has like he has a storyteller's cadence in a way whenever he's singing stuff, and he's kind of, playing with it and stuff. We talk about it all the time on this show, Nehru's storytelling. Yeah, it all comes together really well. It's awesome, and I don't know exactly what the makeup of the band is, or their like composition approach is, but all of them coming together make some fucking really good shit.
Mm-hmm. I would recommend, again, I'm more extra credit on top of extra credit. Fun's first album, Aim and Ignite, is leftovers from Format LP3. Like 60% of the songs that were written for the third Format LP. Sam has a lot of writing credits on Aim and Ignite. And it shows where they were going afterwards, after this era. And like B-Sides has demos and everything and some, B-Sides. But if you want to see the evolution of where Format was going to go, Aim and Ignite. And that's what makes Aim and Ignite so fucking perfect. Is it's a continuation building upon the Format.
Nice. Well, I think we've made it to the end of this album in its original form.
We have.
Yeah, and I mean, we can continue on to the next track if you have some time, if work permits.
So the wind that blows across your room, carry the cheap perfume onto your dresser. It ain't for jewelry and for credit cards, 2 tickets to a film I don't remember. Oh, one day you'll kiss your rabbit's nose, pick up the phone to find I've been turned over. You grab that piece of gold only to find that the smell is taking over. Now all the things you have, they aren't the same as what you hold. I'm now standing in a room.
I'm gonna bring this down, but we're going to skip to a portion to hear where this the things happen, because the beginning of this is really subdued, pretty chill.
Yeah.
It's very, very snailsy. It's got that kind of still like, I don't know, it's got a little vibe to it. But then it goes somewhere, and future me will edit this so it's very, very smooth.
Sometimes when sailors are sailing, they think twice about where they're anchoring in. I think I could make better use of my time on land. I drink less, 'cause Lord knows I could use a warm kiss instead of a cold goodbye. I'm riding the folks back home to tell them, hey, I'm doing alright. It's the same as your father did.
So this, I love this track. It is really fucking good. It goes, from what we heard at the beginning to that, and that's how it basically rides out the end of this whole story. And we finally have our boy Nate making a breakthrough that he made way back on track 5, but didn't quite realize what that meant for him until this point, where he's resolved to be on his own for a time and actually recover, work to fix his own problems and get himself back on track, and to allow his ex to do the same, however that is, because they can't do it together. They won't do it together. He can't help her, she can't help him. The only thing that they can do is be on their own and figure their shit out, lest they drag each other down and drown each other in their problems. And at the end of it, he says, if you see her looking as lonely as I do, let her go.
Yep.
Which, I don't know about that. I mean, other people can help her. It's just he shouldn't.
Right. He shouldn't be the one to be doing that.
Because he will once again do the thing and start the cycle over again.
Yet again, perpetuating.
And you get to hear a lot of the stuff from, the first part of the song in this last part. And he screams a lot of it. It's fucking just,
Yep, there's a part in the screaming. In the Live at the Mayan Theater, Nate changes a lyric, actually. When he's doing it live there, he says, I'm here to tell you love ain't some fucking blood on the receiver, but he screams that line. Because he had an abusive relationship, grew up in domestic violence, so didn't grow up in domestic violence. He had an abusive relationship,
Yes.
and the partner had a.
Yeah, that was the
gist of it is his
I
partner
was like,
had,
I don't think that's
no, his partner had a domestic violent relationship growing up. So
yeah, and that was kind of what he perceives as being the reason why they can't make this connection properly, because she can't get past that to open up to somebody well enough. And and that kind of clashes with his own troubles, and they can't, again, they cannot help each other. Sometimes some people can't help a certain person with a certain problem. They need somebody different. You need a person who can handle that issue, and
sometimes
you can't be everything to everyone.
that person might be you.
True. Sometimes it might be. But, in the trend of this show and what we always like to say, you should always reach out for help, dude, when you need it.
Absolutely.
You gotta you gotta know when you can't do it on your own. And sometimes you just can't. You just fucking can't. You gotta admit that to yourself. You gotta admit it to yourself that you can't do it on your own, and then you gotta go find somebody who can fucking help you.
Sometimes that help is just hanging with the homies playing Stardew,
Sometimes it is. It's some good help.
Speaking of which, we're on for tonight, right?
No.
Oh, well.
I'm going to be out of state.
Oh.
You can be on. You're familiar enough. We don't need to talk about personal stuff. We can deal with this afterwards. Okay. We don't need to drag the listeners into this. They're doing all right.
That is the end of the album as it stands, as a cohesive piece. Anything after, henceforth, are bonus tracks, and I think that it's an incredible note to end such an album on. I mean, it gives you the glimmer that you were looking for the whole time. The positive lyrics were actually there with the positive upbeatness, and it's got the feel-good ending of, maybe this time it's actually breaking the cycle. Maybe I'm going to do better this time.
In a way that a lot of songs on here have these big theatrical, triumphant sounding moments, this is like a triumphant raw punk thing that it dives into, which is awesome. He is just saying I'm gonna make it through this. I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm not saying that I'm starting over anymore. I'm just doing it.
Yep.
And that's awesome. I hope it worked out for them. I think it worked out for him. I mean, he's still in Phoenix, so there's that, but I guess he's fine with that.
Yeah, but he's in his mansion now, so he's fine.
Yeah. So that ends the regular album, but we have one more track here to listen to.
We do.
This is a cover by Harry Nilsson, and it is called The Lottery Song.
You could do the laundry, I'll come by on Monday. You give me the money, I will buy a ticket on the local lottery. We could win the lottery, we could go to Vegas and be very happy. Ooh,
that is basically the song. You have a handful of scenarios. He's talking a little bit about there's an implied vibe where he's talking about how you got to take chances in life to to make things happy. Except every plan that he mentions here ends with them happy in Vegas. So maybe not. You just got to commit to the bit.
Maybe it's just about wanting to gamble. Maybe the song has no deeper meaning. He just wants to actually play the lottery.
I mean, life is a gamble.
I fucking hate you.
What? It's in the lyrics.
I know, that's why I hate you.
What you mad about? Why are you so mad?
My big takeaway was I just want to point out that it's a cover by Harry Nilsson, so I had very little notes on this. It's just a bonus little feel-good track.
That was all.
Yeah, that's it.
I just want to talk about Harry. I don't want to talk about Harry Nilsson. I don't know who he is,
No.
but I wanted to mention that this is a cover by him.
Yeah. The other bonus track is a cover by Bruce Springsteen, the Japanese bonus
Oh,
track.
shit. I missed out on a Springsteen?
Yeah,
What did they cover?
A Gluttonous
Oh,
Sympathy.
you mentioned it before. Yeah, I don't know it then.
I could have given.
But I could see
have
it.
given you that, but I didn't want to because it's not on like the streaming version. It's on B-sides and rarities actually. So is Lottery Song.
I also mentioned this actually whenever I was talking to other people in the Discord, not you, about this. Somebody mentioned actually that the Springsteen connection, not even like in the fact that there's a cover, just in like he's just got a vibe. Oh, it's because they said he's got the Bruce Springsteen word dump vibes.
Yeah, who said that?
But Austin.
Austin. If you look on Austin's YouTube, he's got a format cover. Don't let him lie to you.
Oh, nice. He said it's so good,
Okay.
so he obviously enjoys it. I was going to say Springsteen personally because of the Glockenspiel, because there's a lot of Glockenspiel in Bruce Springsteen. And there's quite a bit in here, too.
That makes sense.
But, yeah, that was... that's Dog Problems. That's the format.
That's the album,
That's
baby.
our guy, Nate. What an album. What a fucking album. At the end of all of it, I gotta say, it's a good fucking journey. A nice, it's just a really good album. A lot of good tracks on it. If you put it on in the background and you're not really paying attention to it, it's just nice to bop along to, You get some good feels out of it here and there. And then if you dig into it, you get this journey of just kind of very relatable, fucked up shit, ending with, again, just a really feel-good moment. It picks you back up after all of that. And I appreciate that. Thank you, Nate. I gave you some shit because of the Duran Duran thing, but, you picked it up with If Work Permits.
You think that's the redeeming factor in all this?
It's the only good part of the album. I hated the rest of it.
Oh, for sure. That's fine.
No, I feel like I said, we talked about it the whole way through. I have my notes and I said the words on them. So I mean, that this whole thing has a lot of good shit on it. I mean, he is being very, very earnest and open, and also not like pretending to be better than he is in the situation, which is just really good. Like I appreciate that. Like there's a lot of, you can get a lot of breakup songs where it's just a person talking about what a piece of shit someone else is with no self-awareness at all. But he ain't into that. There's actually a very good Ludo song that is that, but it's fun, so it's okay. It's Ludo. They're being goofy.
Yeah. They're just being some guys about it.
Yeah. So yeah, do you have any last thoughts that you want to...
It's my favorite album of all time. Like, there's nothing
That's it?
comparative
Okay.
for me. Yeah, like, on a lot of ways, it's been a soundtrack to my life, for 12 fucking years. I mean, I've listened to it in the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. I mean, there's nothing really that I could really express about it besides please listen to it. I mean, the listeners got a taste of it each time we talk about a track, but I mean, like, the full journey itself is something that needs to be heard. I think comparatively, the live Mayan theater version, because they do the whole album for the first half of the Mayan set is just fully Dog Problems, and then they go to first album and B-sides and stuff like that. But I think both of those are different listening experiences because they have like a full orchestra with Mayan theater, but they hit all the same notes depending on the mood you're in. And if you're more familiar with the studio versions, I think the live versions would be a delightful treat to hear.
Nice. What would you say are your 3 tracks that you would keep from this, and what's the one you would throw away?
We're throwing away
Good
We're
luck.
throwing away a Lottery Song That's easy.
I'm not counting that. It's a bonus. It's a bonus track. Don't count that one. Don't even play that game. You got to pick one that's from the main
matches. We're tossing matches. And then I would say
boy.
Oceans. We alluded to it earlier very bluntly. It's my favorite track of the album.
Okay.
I'm going to keep Oceans, I'm Actual, and then I think it's going to be If Work Permits. It kind of has to be, right? Either that or Dead End.
If Work Permits is going to be my my first one here. Gonna take Snails, like Snails, and the song. Well, I got If Work Permits, and there's also Snails. Time Bomb would be
Time Bomb would be your third.
Yeah, I was just fucking around. I had that already.
Yeah,
planned.
I knew that. Yeah, you're very analytical. You come in.
I like Time Bomb. That's not true. I'm not prepared usually. Like I came up with those very recently, like during the recording. If I was gonna get rid of one, probably Inches and Falling. To be honest,
Really, what about it?
I don't know. I think it's just the one that I would go without, like compared to the rest of them.
Huh.
You know, it's just kind of one. It's there. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of one held up against the rest of them. It's just kind of the one that I'd do without. Like I could say Matches but like it's like an intro track, so I'm barely counting that. It rolls right into Actual. They're practically the same fucking song.
They are.
They would have a slash between them on a vinyl release. They wouldn't even have their own track number.
You know what? You're right. It bleeds. It's a very big bleeding one.
But yeah, this was a really good listen. I appreciate you for bringing this to my attention. You know,
Shmeev.
you could okay. You don't have anything to say about it.
I just
That's
wanted
fine.
to bring.
That's
I wanted
fine.
to bring it out, Shmeev. Thank you for trusting me on this journey. You know, I very well could have brought you some slop. I could have brought you some, absolute, because, we have that relationship where I could have brought you something very like, hey man, check this out, haha. But like, I wanted to actually bring you to the table my favorite album, and I want to see how you'd enjoy it, and you did, which is very big bonus, because, this isn't my wheelhouse. And I'd call somebody a slur for listening to it, which is true. I will later, once we're not on recorded record. But yeah, it is an honor and a pleasure that I was able to bring an album to you that you actually enjoyed and liked. And thank you for involving me in this year's Shmeev Burger in Paradise.
Anytime, I feel blessed to have people who are willing to bring me these things that are so important to them. It is very cool. So far, like these past two albums have literally just been like, this is a very important album to me. And it's been very cool and just a great journey through them. I know what my next ones are, and there's something. I think they're going to be a little bit different, not quite as like this deeply personally connected, but definitely ones that are, important in their own way and beloved. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm having a good time with this. And again, thank you for coming on. Would you like to tell all the people out there what you do, where you're at, and where they can get at you? So,
I am the other half of the Underground Table podcast. You can find us on Instagram at UGTPod, Twitter at UGTPod. You can find us on our Linktree, which is in my Linktree. You
almost accidentally advertised yourself as the Upright Citizens Brigade. I heard that.
Yeah. We're a member of the UPC, the Underground Podcast Community, such as Juggalo Judgment.
Whoever that is.
Underground Table. Twisted with Us.
And no one else.
I wanted to give a pause for a second, because when Eric listens, he's like, what the fuck? And then I have another podcast I co-host called The Butcher Bordello of Blood. Shmeev is returning 2-time champion on the podcast. Sans Butcher each time. We just came back from the dead with a couple episodes.
Can't face me.
Our 2 biggest episodes and biggest guests have been right after our revival, which is the strangest thing to say. The people have agreed to do the podcast has been dead for 2 years. And then aside from that, I don't do anything else. I'm looking for a job. By the time this comes out, hopefully I'll have a job. But if not...
So if you have any work at home jobs, send them in to blade@brown.cmu@edu.
bladembrown@gmail.com. If you actually want to reach me, peep me. I'm on social medias. I'll give Shmeev my link tree so you can find me on it places. But the podcasts are a good way to hit me up. Butcher Bordello Blood has no social media, and probably will never, because it's a very at our own will project. So, just hit us up separately on Twitter. What do you got, Shmeev?
I mean, everybody knows where to find our stuff. We're Juggalo Judgment on everything, on the Facebook, on the Twitter, on the Instagram. JuggaloJudgment@gmail.com if you want to talk to us. I'm Shmeev on most platforms. And Mike is Mike Spawn the SEJ still, I think, on the Twitter or something like that. He's Straight Edge Juggalo on Instagram. But if you really want to get at us and you want to actually talk to us on platforms that we're active on, it's the UPC Discord. You come hang out there. We're there all the time. I check it. I don't talk much in there a lot nowadays. Every so often I do. I'll pop in to yell about the fact that somebody has 8 copies of Amazing Jekyll Brothers, which is okay. It's only 4 actual CD copies, which is a lot, but it's not 8 CD fucking copies of Jekyll Bros. So I let them go on that one.
It's a lot.
But I'm there, and if you ping me, I'll show up. Don't ping me too much. I hate when people do that.
Reach out to me, but
not
not
come
really.
talk to us. We're friendly.
Yeah, we don't bite. We're all there. We're there all the time. That's the easiest way to get a hold of us, the UPC Discord. We'll drop a link for that too.
It'll be there. I got it all in the description. I'm very well organized, as you can tell by the way that my brain works and how it doesn't. With all that, I feel like there's nothing left to do but to finish our motherfucking beach beverages.
Let's go.
Cheers. I took 4 big gulps. I'm not finishing it.
I actually finished mine. Peace.